Every 4 years, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, shortened as IUCN, holds the World Conservation Congress, WCC, in bringing together thousands of stakeholders from government, civil society, indigenous people, business, and academia under a key goal to conserve our nature.
Now, our EAAFP interns will share their experience by virtually participating in IUCN WCC. Stay tuned.
The session that I've attended was about the outcomes of Global Youth Summit, which was held in April 2021. About 15,000 people of youth leadership who are aiming to inspire the world gathered online, and they have participated in about 50 workshops hosted by youth-led organizations. Highlighting the reasons why young professionals should be more included on professional fields, the speakers also featured some positive effects and results that the young professionals can provide. It was interesting that the speaker accurately pointed out the concerns that youth might have. For example, one of the speakers mentioned that the young professionals are being passionate but doesn't know where to start and that they are not able to feel included. Therefore, the Youth Summit has been not only a good start, but also a good process for the young professionals who are willing to share ideas and to be included to the diverse professional fields. My favorite part of the lecture was when the speaker also highlighted how the young people should also respect the elders and their wisdoms. To get along well and to communicate well, people should put efforts together.
The main point of this session was to emphasize the importance of connection between nature and human society. If human gets more exposure among nature, the overall stress rates and depression reduce, and it also improves immune function. In short, linkage with nature allows people to increase both mental and physical health. The session provided few examples regarding this, such as national parks, hugging tree, giving brief lecture about the benefit of nature areas in a human's health perspective, green health, and built environment. I was really fascinated about an example that daycare center brought trees and shrubs at the playground, and it ultimately led to an enhanced immune regulation of children. I believe that exposure to nature only leads humans to get emotionally improved, such as feeling better or getting refreshed, but it also leads to enhanced physical condition of human body. They provided various cases which were in good quality, and they also offered several interesting and unique information to me, living in an urban area that barely reached out to natural zones.
The session was about how sport venues and sporting events can avoid contributing to biodiversity loss and instead support nature restoration, especially since the event was held in France and the next Summer Olympic Games will be held in Paris in 2024. Most of the panelists are from Olympic organizing committees. They addressed how sport can be used to raise awareness on biodiversity and support global environmental issues, and how sport venues can be used as a biodiversity regeneration opportunity, including in urban areas. I thought the Olympic Games would somehow have a negative environmental impact, such as habitat destruction and industrial waste spillage by building new stadiums and facilities. However, I learned that it could also raise global awareness and facilitate education through the audience all around the world. Paris Summer Olympic will be the world's first climate-positive sports event.
The session was about when does a protected area truly become international. He points out the problem that most of individual countries work within national territories. I think the concept he put out to us was most interesting. It was first time that think about the relationship between protected area and the international boundaries concept. Additionally, as for me, his speech expanded the perspective regarding the linkage of biodiversity and protected boundary.
This discussion was about the post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework, discussing the key objectives of the framework and how young people can contribute to the conservation of biodiversity. It engaged young people who are living and working in UNESCO designated sites, and it focused on youth-led initiatives. It highlighted on young people capable of taking the lead for the future of biodiversity conservation, such as young lawyers, young managers of biosphere services, and young people had also shared their ideas on some of the critical and core things that need to be built the pathway towards sustainability. One of the most interesting learnings from the session was how 10 trillion in global GDP could be lost by 2050 if ecosystem services continue to decline. Today, ecosystem degradation is already affecting the well-being of about 3.2 billion people, and a great proportion are young people. And due to human activities, around 85% of wetlands have declined as well. The session was initiated by our partners, IUCN, BirdLife, and Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries. It focused on the current progress of the Yellow Sea, highlighting that transparent boundary cooperation is key to ensure that management on the Yellow Sea is taken in a comprehensive and integrated manner. Marine, Ocean, and Fisheries shared their recent conservation along the Yellow Sea with the newly adopted Tidal Flood Act. And China also shared their habitat and conservation workings with consistent surveys, taking out across their wetlands, and establishing a migratory network protection system as well. It's always very exciting to see different countries come together to talk about shared global property in conserving our migratory waterbirds. And to see the efforts that are taking place makes you very motivated and thankful that these progress is strengthening our management and transboundary cooperation along the Yellow Sea, which also we are getting one step closer to achieving biodiversity conservation for our future generation, our future, and our own benefits as well. I think my last thoughts is that we need to act now, and we need to definitely play a part through the small things. We don't have to wait for the big moments to come, as every small little action counts too.